Warning, F-bombs are armed and may be dropped. All right. This is a pre-recorded message that should be activating on 30 September. Starting tomorrow, I will be logged out. The reason being, I'm observing the October logout. The idea here is to just log out of at least the big three social media companies. It's Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Why? These three companies live and die on their advertising money. That's it. That's the only thing they care about. They need the money. When you log out, you deny them what's known as eyes on time. That's the time that you spend looking at your cell phone, your laptop, your desktop that I don't have anymore, whatever, and seeing their site so that they can sell that time. You are the product. And it's time for the product to say, no, you can't do this anymore. All right, some people think that you can game the system by using ad blockers. It doesn't work that way. Okay, they don't care if you see the ads, because you know what? They know, and the advertisers know, that you aren't really going to see the ad, but it's going to be there and you're going to know. All right? And Tim Pool has actually talked about this, that they have logarithms that can somehow magically predict what you're going to buy with a probability of somewhere in the 70, 80 percentile. They really know what you're going to do and what you're going to buy next. I don't know how they do it, but it's a mathematical formula. Me, I'm looking for body armor. So you know what they keep showing me? Body armor ads. Even though I haven't made any serious attempt to buy any, and I have a set, they're still showing me the ads because they know that's something I'm interested in. And that's okay. Tim Pool was talking to his brother about a TV, and then the next day they're seeing on Facebook ads for big screen TVs. There's no way, unless they're literally recording a conversation way far away from the Alexa or whatever. This isn't even any Alexa or spyware shit. This is just a mathematical formula that they somehow figured out and can manipulate. And they know what they're doing. They're very, very good at it. That's why you have to log out. You can't just get an ad blocker and say, yep, we're good. They need to see that eyes on time has dropped enough that they notice the eyes on time. All right. Now, right now, I'm in fascist book prison, and they won't explain why. And I have screenshots to prove that they won't explain why. And that's okay. This is not going to be seen on fascist book until basically the last week of the logout. Yeah, all right. Right now, I'm also in YouTube jail for posting a video that's 100 other places about, well, if you want to see the video, just do a YouTube search for "Don't Rob a Post Office." You can also search for "Don't Rob a Post Office in Texas," but it actually happened in Brazil, and I'm straight up saying this was a case of racism. They knew it happened in Brazil. They knew I didn't say anything about Texas because I didn't know where it was. I thought this was somewhere in Europe because the open big windows in the background, it looked European to me. All right? And that's okay. I eat it. I was wrong. They put me in YouTube jail for a week, even though you can find 5,000 other videos. You can find the same video 5,000 other places. But I got sent to YouTube jail. Okay. The only thing they understand is money. They will not, under any circumstances, listen to right or wrong. They don't care about that. They understand money. And you are the product. You being exposed to the ad time, that's what gets them the money. Deny them their money, right? For those of you that are old enough to remember the Nielsen's, nice family, really good kids, right? This would be like telling the Nielsen's that, yeah, we're not watching XYZ anymore because the star of that show was a bad little boy. You know, Robert Mitchum comes to mind. He was arrested for marijuana possession in the 1960s. And as he was being booked into the county jail, he actually gave his occupation as former actor because he thought his career was over. He was wrong. That was the best thing that could have happened to his career ever, and good for him. But this is like telling Nielsen's, yeah, we're not going to watch any more Robert Mitchum movies because he's a pot-smoking hippie. Don't worry, your kids were watching, right? Right now, though, we need to send the Nielsen's the same message. Hey, we're not watching this anymore. We know better. We know they're lying to us. And that's the thing. It'd be one thing if YouTube and Facebook and Twitter were being honest. They're not. And that is the most damaging thing of all because they're controlling who is allowed to speak and who is not. Daisy Cousins has gotten hit for a video of her brushing her teeth. Exiled Lioness has gotten hit for referring to Muslims in less than perfectly complimentary ways. By the way, she's Muslim. Tim Pool has been hit like 1,000 times. Bloke on the Range was shut down. That's how these channels started. That's how the mandatory carry channels started. Bloke on the Range getting shut down. He didn't even break any rules. They accused him of advertising. No, he put the product on the table. He didn't say where he got it from, how much he paid for it, how you could order them. And by the way, it was a product that's been out of production longer than I've been alive. Well, at least the one has. The other one, I don't know. I never saw that video because they shut him down before I had a chance to. In-range TV, Forgotten Weapons have both been hit. Who else? Just that I know of. Ashton's been hit, even though I don't follow her anymore. Actually, I guess it'd be easier to say, what channels do I know of that haven't been hit, that I actually follow? I think 𝘦𝘺𝘴 hasn't been hit. No, they wouldn't dare touch Milky. That'd be like kicking a kitten. You know, what kind of evil monster are you? That's about it. I think only 𝘦𝘺𝘴 has never been hit. I mean, even Sydney's been hit, right? And she does adult content. They need to get the message, and the only way they're going to get the message is if they see Eyes on Time has even dropped a couple million minutes. A couple million minutes globally? Less than 1%. But nationally, just in the US, that's a huge, huge hit. We need to repeat this process in Britain, France, Australia, and all of the other Western democracies for basically the next 6 years to finally really get this message across. And it's as simple as log out of Facebook, log out of YouTube, log out of Twitter. All right, exceptions to the rule: if you're in the middle of a disaster and you need to tell your family that you're okay, go ahead and log in long enough to mark yourself as safe from 𝘦𝘺𝘴 earthquake or whatever. That tells you how old I am. I remember the 𝘦𝘺𝘴 earthquake. Other than that, log out, stay out. right? And when I say log out, I mean hit that log out button. That way, when your brain automatically goes to Facebook on 3 October, because that's what you've been programmed to do, you actually have to log in again. I'm not talking about changing your passwords. I'm not talking about changing your username. I'm not even talking about taking apps off your phone. Just log out. Keep calm, mandatory carry on, and October logout.